Unit 3 Flow through in channels. We will discuss the types of flow in this unit. Mainly, there are 5 types of flow in channel. The first is steady flow and unsteady flow. Second is uniform flow and non-uniform flow. Third is compressible flow and incompressible flow. And the fourth is laminar flow and turbulent flow. Fifth is rotational flow and irrotational flow. Now we will discuss the first is steady flow. Says that the change of velocity with respect to time is always constant. That means del V upon del T is equal to 0. And we say that the del rho upon del T is always constant. That is steady flow. Now the second is unsteady flow. It means it's vice versa of steady flow. That means del V upon del T is not equal to 0 or del rho upon del T is not equal to 0 and it is not always constant, right? The second is uniform flow. Uniform flow says that if the change of velocity with respect to displacement is equal to constant or equal to 0 and del rho upon del S is also constant, that is uniform flow. And non-uniform flow, it is the vice versa of uniform flow. That is, it is not always constant. That del V upon del S is not equal to 0 and del rho upon del S is also not equal to 0. And the third is compressible flow. Says that we know that rho is the m upon v, mass upon volume. If we change the volume, that is density is also change, so that we can see that density is not constant in compressible flow, and in compressible flow, that means rho is always constant. And the fourth is laminar flow and turbulent flow. Laminar flow says that if the fluid particles move in a straight line or parallel lines, that is laminar flow. And turbulent flow says that if the fluid particles do not move in a parallel line or move in a zigzag way, that is turbulent flow. We can identify these flow by the Reynolds number. Reynolds number says that rho v d upon mu, where rho is the density of fluid, v is the velocity of fluid, d is the diameter of pipe, and mu is the viscosity of fluid. The Reynolds number identify if the value of Reynolds number is less than 2000, that is laminar flow, and if the value of Reynolds number is greater than 4000, that is the turbulent flow. If the value Reynolds number lies between 2000 to 4000, that is the transition flow, right? And the fifth is rotational flow and irrotational flow. Rotational flow says that if the fluid particles rotate at about their axis, we can this diagram, all the fluid particles rotate at about their axis, so this is the rotational flow. And if the fluid particles do not rotate at about their axis, that is the irrotational flow. So guys, we can study all the types of flow in channels in this video lecture. I hope that you can understand the types of flow. Okay, thank you.